So this past Friday, I was at the bar and these two women were behind me, and one was showing this guy's Instagram, and I overheard the girl say to her friend, "Yeah, that guy's cute. I can see why you find him attractive. However, he's just personally not my type. However, he is good looking though." And so as I was listening to the conversation and hearing them go back and forth whether or not this guy was attractive, that made me internally think how attractiveness to some degree is still a little bit subjective. So that's why in today's video, I wanna go over the difference between subjective attraction alongside with objective attraction and which one you should focus on. That way you can see how attractive are you actually. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm gonna show you a tool that can actually help you measure your objective attractiveness. And we are gonna do it live, so stay tuned. Now, when it comes to subjective attraction, you probably have heard this quote, and that is, "Beauty is in the eye of the beholder," meaning that if I showed you a woman who I perceive to be an 8, 9 plus, you might see her and think, "Oh bro, she's a 6 or she's mid," as some of you guys say. Now, what actually constitutes to subjective attraction? Well, I realized that it's three main things. The first one is gonna be your phenotype. So your phenotype is how your race expresses itself through your physical characteristics. So do you have tan skin? Do you have pale skin? Do you have brown skin? Do you have darker skin? What color are your eyes? What is your hair texture? And uniquely to me, I've realized that based on how I have my hair, I can appeal to different phenotypes, and through that, I tend to attract different women. Now, I've talked more about this on my Patreon before, but whenever I have my hair grown out long or whenever I have the top out and it's more curly, I've realized that some women tend to think I'm more Dominican or I'm more Afro-Latino, versus when I grow out my beard long or even when I have a low wave cut, that tends to attract another type of woman because the way the phenotype expresses itself. And so when we think about subjective attraction, here's what you gotta understand is that people have preferences, people have types, and these types usually stem from, experiences in their past and or people they had a crush on, and each person is gonna have a phenotype who they tend to lean more to. Now, the way I like to sort of visualize this and bring it really home is if imagine that a line of attractive women are in a room. Hispanic, Asian, Black, mixed, all the above. Now, which woman in that room are you more likely to gravitate to? Despite objectively all of them being the same attractiveness, that person that you pick will be the phenotype that you prefer, and that's based on subjective attraction. Now, not only phenotypes, we gotta keep in mind sex appeal. Sex appeal is something that I teach a lot to my Digital Romeo clients whenever we come in, alongside with making them objectively attractive. One of the main pillars in terms of being more attractive is increasing your sex appeal. And so in this video, I purposely present myself with little to no sex appeal. Usually I'll be wearing my button down shirt with some jewelry on. I do have the earrings in, but sex appeal are characteristics that make you sexually attractive. You take the two same people, one, even though he looks good with no sex appeal, and the same guy with the layer of added sex appeal, he's gonna appeal and be more attractive subjectively. Nothing about his looks changed whatsoever. All he simply has is more sex appeal. Now, what are some examples of sex appeal? We got jewelry, as I mentioned. We got your physique, how lean you are. There's a rule in attractiveness I've been seeing around. They say lean is law. If you're not lean, then it's gonna be a lot harder for you to be more attractive, of course, right? Then also we got tattoos. Now, tattoos are one of those things where, it's not gonna appeal to everybody, but I personally have found that women definitely do like it, and it almost works as a permanent aspect of sex appeal because it's on your body. Sex appeal can go a long way, and from a woman's perspective too, if we were viewing a woman with an objectively really attractive face, if she had added sex appeal, meaning she had some boobs, you know what I mean? She had a little backside, she's gonna be more attractive to most men, versus that same woman with the same face and no body whatsoever. Skinny, one of those runway model type of bodies, right? Like, you might say, yo, she looks good, but she's just not my type. That's because either her phenotype or her sex appeal. And going back to the example in the intro with those two girls behind me, that guy, for whatever reason, either his sex appeal wasn't there or the phenotype just wasn't something that she personally preferred. Now, the last layer of subjective attraction, and this is something that actually has nothing to do with your looks whatsoever, it's gonna be your confidence, your voice, and your charisma. How you actually are able to express yourself in a suave way. Are you witty? Can you hold a good conversation? Are you confident within yourself despite being average by some standard? Are you able to confidently approach a group of women? Are you confidently able to walk with your chest up and not look down and be all shy? In that case, that's gonna make you more attractive too, based on the subjective nature of how you showcase your confidence. Because once again, nothing objectively about your looks change. However, it's your internal traits that make you personally more appealing. Not to mention guys who have more confidence, a better voice, or even a better degree of charisma tend to be in higher status positions in society. So that could play a part into it as well. So we talked about subjective attraction. Now let's talk about objective attraction. And when it comes to looks maxing and making yourself more attractive, the first thing you have to understand and realize is how objectively attractive you are. Despite your race, despite your phenotype, despite your charisma, confidence, sex appeal. Of course, all those things could improve our subjective attraction, but objectively, where do you stand? Now, first, what does objective even mean? All it simply means is how you measure against typical beauty standards. Your facial proportions, your skin texture, your hairline, like all the things when you think about an attractive person, you'll notice that there are patterns. You know, for a guy, for example, he might have a strong jawline, he has a good hairline, he has good eyes, his facial harmony, as they call it, is very in proportion, versus a woman. Objectively, attractive women tend to have longer hair, they tend to have full lips, they tend to have longer, thicker eyelashes and eyebrows. Like all these things play into objective attraction. And so it's almost impossible to figure out how objectively attractive you are unless you were to go to like maybe a plastic surgeon doctor or one of these face raters online. However, with my new tool, which is AI Austin, not only do you have the ability to chat with the AI version of me, but we actually have a face analyzer that is built in that is trained based on objective beauty standards across multiple science and data-backed analysis. And I want to show you a live example of how this actually works in action by testing my own objective attractiveness. So now we're in Austin AI, and this is all done through Telegram, guys. It's not application or anything like that. You can actually try it for free if you click the link down below. Just go ahead and get right access to it. As you see, I asked it, how do I increase my income? I said, why is AI Austin so amazing? And AI Austin gave you a response, or gave me a response back. Now, how do we use the face analyzer feature? Let me show you. We're simply just gonna take a picture of our face. So we're gonna add the attachment, take a picture. We're gonna send it. No edits whatsoever. Let's see what happens. All right, it's saying, please upload a side-facing photo of your face to continue. Let's go ahead and do that. This is a little difficult. All right, raw, no edits. We can't fake this whatsoever. This is pure objective attractiveness. So starting the face analysis, as you see, analyzing eyes, eyebrows, ears and nose. This is based on purely objective standards. And just like that, it's complete. All right, the analysis is ready. Let's go ahead and see our score. We got a 7.36 out of 10, and your boy is a Chad. Now, I've worked on myself over the years, and so I kind of expected this result. As we see, jawline 7.8, mid face 8.1, eyes, you know, just sort of giving me an outline of where I'm at. But also we can generate a personalized report if we click generate report here, where it's gonna give us actually more in detail. Now, what's crazy is that you can go to these looks matchers and these black pill channels and they'll give you a face rating for like $50 or $100, but when you get access to AI Austin Incomplete, you can do face analysis whenever you want. You can chat with the AI version of me. You get access to my Patreon videos where I talk about uncut, juicy content every single week. We're gonna do Q&A calls here soon. Not to mention you can do a full SMV breakdown, and we have other features being built out every single month. Guys, without a doubt, this is the best self-improvement platform out there just because of how much access you actually get for such a low price, guys. This is absolutely insane. But even besides the price, once again, you can actually try this out for free. Just click the link down below in the description and you're gonna get it automatically sent to Telegram, all right? So be sure to check it out. But now let's go ahead and read the face report. As we see here, we got a graph kind of showing everything and kind of giving more of a breakdown of different areas such as my jawline, my mid-face and cheekbones and eye spacing and eyelid exposure and different things, right? As you see, it analyzes your hairline, even your skull and neck. And then it says right here, if you want more guidance, feel free to ask AI Austin for personalized advice, which we can definitely do, but I'm not gonna do in this video. Just do know that you can also keep asking questions and you're gonna get even more personalized advice because the AI actually learns and gets trained off you over time. Now, here's what you gotta keep in mind about objective attraction is the fact that it is universal. However, once again, it is not absolute. You can objectively make yourself into the most handsome guy possible and you will still find some women do not like you. You will still find some women just aren't your type. You will still find some women actually viewing you as an average guy. You're not gonna catch them all, guys. However, once you make yourself more objectively attractive, you especially start attracting either different types of women or the women who would have already liked you, they like you even more because somewhere in their head, they're looking at you and subconsciously they're like, man, this guy is a handsome dude. Now, the downside about objective attractiveness too is that in order to really improve it, it may take a bit of surgery. It may take, you know, doing really invasive things, which unless you have like a big problem, maybe, you know, hairline is all the way back here or your ears are all the way out here, I don't necessarily recommend, you know, you guys get jaw implants or bone implants. However, when you start the looks maxing process as a whole, I find it very useful to just understand objectively where do you stand. That way you can make small improvements and then you combine that with the aspect of making yourself more attractive subjectively, and that's how you have a winning combination. Once again, don't forget to check out AI Austin down below. Completely free to try, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.